Hi, I'm Jale, welcome to my channel. This is going to be a reading for Taurus, all aspects and or the cross watcher, from the 1st up to and including the 15th of May 2021. Remember, this is a general reading. Take what resonates and leave the rest. If you feel like this is not your reading, check other aspects of your chart. Could well be that that information is more relevant to you. And or if you're watching this and you're thinking, well, this doesn't add up, but this does, take what does and leave the rest. Right, let's have a look at the theme here. What is going to be the theme here for the Tauruses from the 1st to the 15th of May? I'm hearing success. What is the theme, Spirit, for Taurus? The 1st to the 15th of May, Spirit. What is going to be the theme for the Tauruses? We've got the Wheel of Fortune and bottom of the deck is Judgment. So there could be a decision being made. There could be a balance. There could be something karmically that's being cleared. There could be some luck. There could be a balance in luck. Let's see what else we can pick up on here. Using the Black Moon Astrology deck here. What is the theme for the Tauruses 1st to the 15th? Happy birthday if you are Sun in Taurus. Hope you're having a wonderful birthday month if that is your sun sign. Let's see, what is the theme for the Tauruses, please? What's the theme for the Tauruses 1st to 15th of May 2021? What is the theme? What is the theme? Wow, this is interesting. We've got endings and beginnings, 8th house, death and rebirth. And then we've got the moon, soul, and Pisces, I believe. So something could be ending to clear way for something new, and or there's a rebirth happening. Let's have a look. Could be that there's finally a decision that has to be made. Right, Spirit, what can you tell us, please? What can you tell us, please, for the Tauruses from the 1st to the 15th of May 2021? What can you tell us? I just keep hearing lesson learned. Wow. Wow. Whoa. So someone's finally decided what they want. They know their wish fulfillment and they want to reconcile, but something has to end. There's a heartfelt communication coming through here. Interesting. And we've got messages. We've got some kind of contact being made. We've got some kind of contact. It's like someone's learnt a lesson here. Someone's looking at this from a higher perspective. Someone's trying to look at this from a higher perspective. And an apology. It's like if there was a disconnect, someone's coming forward to make that disconnect better. So it could have been that they had to step out of something because something, it's like they're clearing the way. Someone's clearing the way. And again, they've had strength. So it's like it's like they've let something go. Someone's let something go to make way for the new here. It's like someone had to let something go in order to recreate or a new beginning here. And they took a leap of faith possibly doing it. We've got the 3 of Swords. So it's like they've let a connection go. They've let a relationship go. Someone's ended a relationship here. Because they knew, they're saying it was time. They knew it was time. They knew they had to balance this. They knew they had to end something. They knew they had to end something. It's like they had that kind of, there was an energy here that they'd built in order to move out of this. It was like a strength that had been kind of temporarily built to kind of, there was an opportunity to leave and they'd built a bit of strength to do it and they took that opportunity possibly. Yeah, look, the leap of faith with the Fool. So someone's taken an opportunity and they've made a decision and it's like they've stepped out of possibly a karmic cycle, either with somebody or with a situation with you, in order to make a fresh start with you. That's how it's coming forward. That's what they're doing. So whatever you guys have been doing, if you've been working a lot on you and maybe you've stepped back, congratulations, because it looks like it's worked. they're now coming forward to offer something. They now want to come forward to offer something here. Again, because it's the right thing, it was the needed thing. They want to restore balance and harmony to this. They wanted to restore balance and harmony. And yeah, they want to move forward. They want to move away from feeling like they're limited and they're trapped. And they want to put some healing in to the situation. If it has already created a lot of issue, they want to put healing into the energy here, and to turn the situation around, which would be in relation to a commitment possibly. That's something that they want to do. They're ending or closing out an existing commitment. Yeah, we've got something here that they want to create a more balanced, harmonious environment that they were in, and transform the situation, because whatever they were in was not harmonious. It was causing a lot of problems. Also, there could have been fear in this as well, which is being healed as well. So there could have been a lot of fear that was generated. Could have been a lot of avoidance that was generated. Could have been a lot of fear about the connection that's being healed as well. I'm just hearing it's all coming together. So whoever this is for, congratulations. Because there's a new foundation that's being built. But it's not going to be built overnight. They're not going to come forward. It's like, da-da, this is all ready. There still does need to be a bit of patience with this, because it could be that they do need some healing. But there is definitely a cycle that's over here and a new one that's being offered. It's like they're offering a cup of love. They're offering, yeah, look, the Two of Cups. This is the Queen of Cups. They know that this is what, it's almost like this had been a process where they've had to do certain things, but they knew that they had to get to this point, and there's possibly been a lot of burdens along the way that they've had to release. So let's say, for example, you're seeing this, but it's not quite coming to fruition. Again, they're asking for a bit more time. They need a bit more time. Again, it's like they have to do this properly is what I'm hearing. So, one moment, that card's flown over. Right, let's have a look. We've got the Moon here. So they could have been very confused for a long time, possibly. I also think that this connection is not going to probably want to let this go, and will try and communicate to continue this. I'm seeing a little bit of manipulation here as well. Which is going to be rejected by the masculine. So the feminine could try and reach back. The karmic could, this old pattern could then try and step forward to try and recreate something, but I feel like it's going to be blocked. Right, let's see. Yeah, because the Emperor's, the divine masculine, is in his power. He doesn't, it's like he's recognizing the pattern. There's a recognition here. There's an awareness almost. Again, there's a transformation. Because we've got the King of Fire here, so this is someone who kind of feels a bit more in charge. So maybe this has happened before, where they've tried to disconnect and then this person's pulled them back in, and this time it doesn't look like it's working. Let's see. There is something here though that's being pulled back, which again, we look like we might be in another cycle here. One sec. Temptation. There's a temptation being offered here. An opportunity. It feels like it's a disappointment. Someone's pulling on their heartstrings. This looks like emotional blackmail. Goodness me. Yeah. It's like this. It's done to check to see if this masculine is ready and has actually recognised this and has learned, right? And the answer to that is if they fall for it, then they haven't learned and they're not ready. And if you're saying, well, you know, why is this going in a loop? Why is this continuation of the same thing? If you're not in your power, your counterpart is also not going to be in their power. So if they're in a loop, you need to do something differently. If this situation has been going around and around in circles, you need to do something differently. But again, use discernment, because usually if it's an actual divinely led situation, usually there's something that you could be doing differently, usually. But again, best to get a personalised reading to check all that information. But from what I'm seeing here, this person's getting tested to see if they've learned anything. And it looks like they might get caught up in that a little bit, if I'm honest. Right, let's see. What else can you tell us about this Taurus reading, please? What else can you tell us? My guides are just saying one step at a time. So if you're expecting this overnight to change, especially if they've been in this pattern of behaviour for a long, long time, you know, it says cleansing, protection, blessing. So it's like, if it's not ready, there's a reason for it, and we need to honour that. So we can't just force a situation to be ready when it isn't. You know what I mean? It could well be that it needs more time. Right, what else can you tell us, please, for Taurus reading? What else can you tell us for Taurus reading? Every journey starts with a single step. So this is a process, as I mentioned before. What you want wants you, and release the dark wound, let love live. So do some healing. If you know that this has been going on forever, then there could be some healing that you need to carry out, which could also affect this situation with them. Right, what else can you tell us? What else can you tell us about this, please, Spirit? Surrender. So again, you need to release the control to this. There needs to be a process of, you know, letting go, basically. And then we've got with ease and grace. So if you're trying to fight this, chances are they're trying to fight something too, you know, especially if there's a parallel going on with the energy, and you know, you guys have a strong soul connection. Right, what else can you tell us for Tauruses, please? Taurus reading. We've got enlightenment. So again, this is about an evolution of a soul, and they have to learn, right? Same with us. We're all the same, but it's also a gratitude. So if people are sort of like, oh, I hate the fact this is taking so long, it's a blessing. Sometimes these things have to take a long time for them to actually learn something. And if let's say, for example, you're sat there going, well, I don't want to learn anything, then this is not your connection. Because it's a soul. Usually these connections are built the way they are so that you learn something, they learn something. It's an in-depth process. And usually people hate the idea of that, because it means they have to do something themselves, you know. People are very quick to say, oh, it's all their problem, and it isn't, you know. So let's see. What else can you tell us about Taurus's reading? Yeah, look, this is, oh, wow. So we've got, on one hand, a very empty situation. And on the other hand, a connection with this person, that with yourself or someone else possibly, that's going to evolve into something big. It could be that they know this, that they know that there's a very strong connection, and that they're scared, and so they're self-sabotaging a little bit in order to protect themselves, so they don't have to enter into a situation that they feel out of control with, which means you have to look at where you're possibly self-sabotaging as well, because there could be a mirroring going on. Right, let's see what else for Taurus's reading. Maybe you're not ready either, you know. Usually these things mirror each other. Here we go. Learned from the past and perception. All right, so there could be a perception shift that's needing. It says many options, decision. So again, it could be that this is, you know, this is going to take more time, and that you have to decide for yourself that maybe you don't want to deal with this. And if you do want to deal with it, you know, there has to be maybe something that you need to be doing, basically. Maybe, you know, Spirit are trying to show you that there's another way here, possibly. Right, let's have a look. What else can you tell us, please, for the Taurus reading? What else can you tell us? What else can you tell us for the Taurus reading? Choice and detachment. So again, maybe you're too invested in this, and that's why it's going in a loop, because you're not learning the the way, you know, or they're not learning. And again, we've got rebellion and domination. So this could be a form of control for them, that they feel out of control with you. So this is the thing they can control, and so they're staying in it possibly. You know, which is why it's not really doing a lot. Right, what? Let's see. Let's try and get. Okay. Spirit, for Taurus's reading, what is the outcome from the 1st to the 15th of May? What is going to be the outcome from the 1st to the 15th of May for the Taurus reading, please? What's the outcome? Yep. We are in a loop, is what the outcome is. So this person's digging their heels in because they're scared. They're staying deliberately stuck, in my opinion, because they know they have to kind of move. And so it's not a loop, it's more like a spiral, and it's a process. What does the viewer need to be aware of, please? It could well be that you have to take a step back emotionally. It could be that that's what is going to help them to understand this. Maybe they're just wounded and they need time to assess this, and that they need that time and opportunity to do this. Right, what else can we say? Again, we've got the Queen of Swords. So it could be that they're under such a manipulative energy that now they're doubting everything, including your connection, which means you have to give that time. All right. Or it could be that maybe they're scared, or there's been an argument between you two, and so it's made them worried that this is going to be a continuation possibly. Or if it's not a third party, you know. What else can you tell us, please? Yeah, it's like a stability. It's like they're they need to build their own stability, and so the reason they're not letting go of the other thing is possibly it's a karmic cycle and a karmic lesson that has to be adhered to, but also they're not in balance, so they can't really offer balance to anyone else, you know. They can't offer security to themselves, so they can't offer it to you possibly. So we've got the Three of Cups. So again, they can't decide what they want. They're in a loop. Let's see, why is that? Why can't they? They feel there's an emotional responsibility of some kind, a disappointment to let go of whatever they have to let go of. What else can you tell us? But I'm just hearing they just have to be ready. Yeah, this is going to require patience, basically. And if you feel like this is not for you, and you don't understand this person, and that you don't really want to be dealing with it, then this is probably not your reading. But this is going to require patience, because they have to... Okay, if this is your connection, there is no point, if they're not ready, for them to come towards you and then back off, then come towards you. If they need to have time, then they need to have time. If you're not prepared to deal with that, then you can go move on and, you know, find someone else, or do whatever you need to do in your own time, and let that person do what they need to do. But if it's creating an issue for you, then obviously, you know, don't put your life on hold type thing. Right, let's see what Spirit have to say here. What else can you tell us for Taurus, please? Divination. Embrace your powers of divination, which are especially strong right now. You have the ability to see your current situation with crystal clear clarity. Okay, so obviously if you've already had an instinct what to do, maybe you've put it off. Spirit are asking you to trust that. Okay, what else can we tell the Tauruses watching this, please? What else can we tell the Tauruses? Diving for light. So again, if this is not your situation and you feel like there's just too much darkness, find the light. Don't be caught up in this. And then it says defend to the end the worthwhile. So, you know, find the hidden blessing in this. And if you feel like you have to, you know, sort of protect the situation, or be around the situation, or support the situation, then do it. But if you feel like this is not in a balance, then don't do it, you know. What else can you tell us, please, for the Taurus reading? What else can you tell us, Spirit? Yeah. So again, this person has an indecision. Never ending story. And then we've got TikTok. So again, for some of you possibly that it is not resolving, and for some of you possibly it is about to, but you need more time possibly. Let's see, what else can you tell us? Maybe there's something that you need to be doing instead. Maybe this is not your person, maybe. And we've got exchanging gifts. So it could be that this was karmic and that the end of the road has come. I mean, again, look at a personalised reading to see if this is your situation or not. Right. What are the other messages here for the Taurus reading? What are the other messages, Spirit, please? Earth and ground. So again, it could be that you need to ground your energy here to try and look at this from a different perspective maybe. And or this is not your person and you have to cut the cords. Alright, so maybe this is just a karmic cycle that never ends, and so you have to disconnect. Let's see. Right, what else please? So we've got playfulness, so it could be that this person doesn't know how to take the situation seriously. Maybe they're not ready. Maybe, you know, there's no decision being made and that person doesn't want to make a decision. What else can you tell us, please? It could be that they are deciding to stay where they are because there's a financial restraint, and that's what their priority is, and that's why they're going to stick to that situation. It's like the finances, the physical side is what's making them concerned. The fifth chakra here, which is the throat chakra, so there could be a communication issue. Maybe they're scared to confront their feelings possibly. And let's see, final card for Taurus. What is the final card, Spirit? We've got, again, the medallion, the siren, the animal. So again, it could be just a physical connection. And again, could be that, again, with lots of emotions here that are being, unfortunately, kind of played with a little bit. Maybe there's an ego element. Maybe there's more physical connection here rather than a spiritual one. And it could be karmic. This situation could be karmic. Maybe they're wearing a false self mask. Final card please for Taurus. What is the final message, Spirit? We've got separation, we've got twin flames, so it could be that this is the time to separate because that person's not learning with you around, and so they're asking you to take a step back possibly. Or maybe this is a conditional love, you're giving them conditions, and so you've imposed a condition on this person, and it's making or creating a distance possibly. Right, last message. I like you, someone likes you, romance is blooming, fun, and again we've got clarity and truth, revelation. So for some of you this is not quite ready, for some of you it's not your person, and for some of you you need to readjust how you're doing it. Hopefully this helps. I know there's too many people watching, so my recommendation would be, if you're still confused, check out some other videos and see if it all interlinks. Hopefully this helps. Thank you for your likes, your shares and your subscriptions. Until next time, take care.